Signed referrals, I've probably got about 10, and I've got another 3 coming this week. My expectation on a referral partner could be, with some it might be 1 a year.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, really? Yeah, but that one could be an absolute golden deal. Okay. Others, I think I could probably get up to, ideal would be 1 to 2 deals a month. But if
Yeah.
I've got 10, 20 referral partners, that's a lot of volume. I then hit capacity, or I've then got to look to scale.
Introduce yourself, mate. Where are you from? What do you do?
I'm Gary Damp, and I'm known online as the property detective, but also advanced buyer's agent. So I specialise in acquiring property for people in Sydney, typically the time poor, professional, or they don't understand the value proposition, or the execution piece where 85% fail. That's my USP. I'm very good on the execution and closing gap for acquiring property, but first homes, upgrading, downgrading, or investment property.
Love it. Cool, mate. So I think we were just having a chat off air a second ago. You were saying, you had some stuff going on in your personal life. Business has slowed a little bit. We spoke October-ish last year, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and like a lot of the people probably listening to this, they're either doing Meta, they've done Meta, or they're looking to do Meta, and maybe weighing that up against doing referral partner lead generation. So I think it'd be interesting for you to talk through because you started doing both at the same time, right? Can you talk
Correct,
us
yeah.
through why you decided to do that, and I guess how you compare one to the other?
Oh, yeah, okay, good question.
Yeah,
My mandate was to go, like, as you said, I had a personal circumstance that created a gap, and I broke a lot of momentum in what I was doing. So I thought, I've got to get back on the horse, get back on hard. In buyer's agency, technically, unless you've got repeat business, you're only as good as your last job. Most people love you acutely until you acquire the property, then they move on. Some investors and professionals, yeah, they're ongoing. So I do have those, but things have just gone quiet, particularly with the interest rates, and sentiment was down in the market. So I thought what I'd like to do is create a bridge between, or a two-pronged attack. One is B2C as well as B2B approach. I did a lot of research, a lot, and we're swamped online with every opportunity. And I actually got you off, I think it was Facebook, wasn't it?
definitely.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Uh, but I had been aware of you for a while, and I always had that watch and monitor, and I'm assessing and doing due diligence on different things. Anyway, I'd narrowed you down as a B2B option compared to some others. I thought you had a good process from what I could see. You never know until you go through the exploratory, but we had a series of very good conversations where I thought, you've got it. And you weren't someone from an offshore jurisdiction just telling me how we do this, do that. I had no interest. I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
And so really I took the approach. I needed to develop a B2B pipeline, as well as a B2C. B2C, you asked for the comparison. Well, Meta is such a lottery dip. The quality of leads is so vast and varied, low quality, I'd have to say, even with multiple A and B testing, but it's an incredible cost. So I was prepared to take that plunge again. Not happily. I've got to say, I don't like Meta. I don't like the way you got third-party controllers knocking you out for no, bots doing it for no apparent reason, or their control mechanism. I just don't like it. Um, yeah, there is a place for it, and I still do it, yes, but it's not highly effective. Um, anyway, I'm digressing on that. So
That's cool.
comparing B2B versus B2C, the
Mm.
analysis was, okay, I'll equally weight each approach, but I thought it's a marketing mix that I hadn't considered. I'd tried other things. I thought I'd give it a go. Sitting on the sideline, I thought I've got to commit some money and go to an approach where rather than me piecemealing it,
Yeah.
I thought I'd commit, pay up front, and go take a more professional stance. So we talked, you activated a plan or what you recommended. I thought, okay, fair enough. But the lovely surprise I got with you was a fixed price, which I liked. I knew where I was going, unlike Meta, which can be a rabbit hole with multiple burrows. When I engaged with your team straight off, I went, wow, this is great. It was know your client, awesome. And I had multiple prongs, multiple girls with different expertise coming
Hmm.
at me. I call them your South African team. They were fantastic, really good, just good,
Yeah.
good people,
Amazing.
an incredible understanding of my business. Their uptake was very fast. The education piece their uptake was quick. They got it. They then got my approach. Some of the scripts and things they wrote were really, really good. I amended a couple of things, but together, a team, the outcome was awesome. But the adaptive nature of the girls collectively throughout the process, when I said, look, I'd like to try this or try that approach, very, very good. And then you came in with some value added things I wasn't expecting,
Mm.
like the brochures to go to clients. These are all little things that take time for someone who's
Yeah.
busy. They created, did a great job, gave me options. I could then tweak those myself or vary them to suit different clients. That was awesome. But the big thing was when I sat back, I had to go hands off keyboard. They adapted my persona and started engaging with clients as though they were me. And
Mm.
one thing you learn as you're in business, you hate taking your hands off the steering wheel, a bit like autonomous driving, right? You're going, oh, do I trust it? But the thing was, I was watching. Their response was fantastic. They did a wonderful job. They made me look really good. But the critical dynamic that occurred was their warm-up process was so good
Mm.
that the proof was in the pudding. When I'd get to the point of appointment setting, and they took over my calendar, like I had to get really on the front foot and make sure I blocked out other things. Otherwise, they were just slotting things in,
Yeah.
which was great, great
It's good
dilemma.
volume. Yeah.
Ah, it was great volume and momentum. Momentum's key, right? So suddenly I felt like I had this incredible momentum. Um, the girls were very good. I'd hit the leads and they were friendly as
Mhm.
very warm, nothing cold. A couple of people were so busy. What are we talking about? But as soon as you zero them into the purpose of the meeting, they go, and I was warm to
Yeah.
hot, to say the least. When I met people in person,
Mm.
incredible, straight off.
Okay.
I think photo on a profile, the quality of profile. The thing I found is I didn't have to warm up into a meeting. I hit the ground running. So particularly if
Yeah.
you've got like some of the solicitors I've been meeting with, shorter time, these guys charge on 6 minute increments, but I get with them face to face. They've read my profile or they've been briefed accordingly. And so we're straight into the tin tacks of the meeting. So efficiency on face to face was awesome.
Yeah.
So many things were thought of in advance where I'm so used to taking control of that. It was just lovely to have that. Then certain value adds you provided with, oh, by the way, if you want to refer someone, by the way, there's some extended time there for you. And I love that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm paying a chunk up front. I've got to say, normally I begrudge that. In this case, the value proposition's been so good.
Mm.
I'm a big advocate. ROI, sure, it's been a bit slower, but signed up one
Mm.
lawyer I got in front of. He said, I don't want you for my clients. I want you to get me a property. So
Oh, wow.
that covers my cost.
So that's paid for the 5 month
That
campaign.
pays. That pays.
Right.
So, but the nice bit is where I have used the B2C stuff is I'm now using some of those B2C links because I've
Yeah.
realized there's a gap in my engagement with some of the retail clients. So I'm now advertising, getting those leads, sending them to my referral partners, and they're
Yes.
going, "Oh my God, you're supplying us leads. Good test of a relationship." So I'm supplying them leads. I've also set up things where we're now mutually engaged in a property team, be it the mortgage broking side, the legal side. So
Awesome.
I'm starting to put a bit of fuel on that fire so that I'm engaging my B2B network with gravitas, i.e., I'm sending them leads. They're going, wow, who's this guy?
Yeah,
Which is
that's really
great.
cool you're doing that. Yeah.
But some of those key guys, when I'm interviewing them, I've got a different glove for a different hand. Like there are different people in my network that specialize in things. I like to think B2B. I understand clients. I interview them potentially, and then I'll refer them on to someone that's a good fit. Now,
Yeah.
with referral agreements in place, there could be an earn. For me, it could be to cover the cost of somebody advertising to get it going,
Yeah.
right? They become a
Yeah.
lead
That's
for free, and that's
that's
gold.
that's the about the whole system you're building there. So how many, because what are we, couple months in, how many referral partners do you have right now?
Oh, good question. Um, okay, my definition of referral partner
Mm.
is twofold. An A
Yep.
grade is someone who's signed a document.
Yep.
That doesn't mean everything because some people don't want to sign because they don't want to get paid or don't want to be a financial referrer.
Yeah.
They just want someone that can do the right job.
Correct.
So signed referrals, I've probably got about 10, and that's I've got another three coming this week.
Okay.
I'm very good on the close. No, not that it's a good fit. However, some people aren't that way. They just want to make sure their clients are looked
Absolutely.
after. And I come across, because I know, I keep saying to people, I know I look 21. They know I'm a safe pair of hands. I've got a very unique proposition, um, which has been really good. I spent a lot of time really defining my proposition. Now, when you talk to all your
Mm.
referral partners, you'll learn very quickly when they're dealing in this space, is your proposition truly unique or are you having yourself on? I've confirmed 100% what I knew, that my specialty is in the execution piece.
Yep.
Um, and so hence took a lot of comfort in that, but it also helps when I say to them, look, I know you're dealing a lot in investment property interstate.
Mhm.
That's not my kit. The reason I
Yep.
don't go into that is because they lose that duty of care in there. Whereas when I do it in Sydney, it's highly specialized, very bespoke. I'm the
Yeah.
safe pair of hands here. You got a high net client, they're
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah, you got to know what,
Point of
it's
difference.
very clear who you help and who you don't help. Exactly.
100%.
And so
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
have a referral, they know exactly you're the
Yeah.
man. So
You don't get
let's
every
say,
bit of business, but you don't want every bit of business. That's the other thing.
let's say, yeah, let's say we're 2 months into the actual active campaign, roughly. If we were to just stop things now and you had those 10 to 13 referral partners,
Yep.
and if we spoke to you in 6 months, which I would love to do as well, by the way,
Not a problem.
what do you think? What do you think out of those 10 to 13 referral partners, what do you think you should be getting if things keep going as they are in terms of monthly leads and clients? Because that's ultimately what we're building here is our referral partner machine for you, where you've got
Yep.
a
Yep.
group of referral partners that are sending you consistent clients. So with everything the way it's heading, what do you
Okay.
think?
Well, one disclosure. I don't have a crystal ball, right? Great question. Do I definitively know? No. What I can say, the momentum I'm building with some of the existing partners
Yeah.
is very tangible. And I have no doubt, for example, my expectation on a referral partner could be, with some, it might be one a year.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, really? Yeah, but that one could be an absolute golden deal. Okay.
Mm.
Um, Others, I think I could probably get up to, ideal would be 1 to 2 deals a month. But if
Yeah.
I've got 10, 20 referral partners, that's a lot of volume. I then hit capacity, or I've then got to look to scale.
Yeah.
So one thing, you've got to maintain the relationships. It's all right to get that lead, but it's like anything. I had to re-accelerate or allocate certain parts of my workflow to just pick up the phone. Talk, talk, talk,
Yeah.
talk, as followed or coupled up with a drip campaign, um, to follow up and keep that top of mind presence going. But
Yeah.
the real thing is, and what the girls did was really good, and I talked to it, is in the brochure, I'll say, by the way, I can engage with you. I'm quite happy to come in and do seminars, webinars, podcasts. I've already started doing podcasts with a few people, so I'm building that material.
Mhm.
Why? Because they can then have that, reciprocate. They can put it on their website. They look
Yeah.
good. If you can provide them a solution, you're going to get a better result. But the girls created an incredible their TDP enablement brochure, which
Yeah.
I've changed a bit for different circumstances,
Yeah.
but that's been
Fine.
fantastic. So I'll
That's good.
talk to them. I'll then follow up with an email of my SWOT.
Yeah.
Most people go, my God, you're different. Yep, 100%. Coupled with, I've already seen a few people click on the enablement brochure to other people. So
Ah,
they're
that's good.
already virally connecting me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
now I'm getting a serendipity effect where I had one contact, good example. I had one lawyer that the girls connected me with, who ironically I knew through other people.
Mm.
She knew me, I knew her, but we hadn't
Yep.
connected. But we connected. That enablement brochure has already traveled. She's in a referring group. That's already traveled to
Ah.
multiple parties.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And so they then hit going, oh, I've read your brochure. Okay, cool. which is great.
Putting your personal brand on autopilot more
Yeah.
powerful than people
And so
putting
many
on.
people, as you know, James, when you're building a business, a lot of it is relationships.
Yeah,
So um, if you get on the phone, that's some of the most direct relationship building versus emails, particularly in real estate. People are
yeah,
busy, things goes on. Phone is the way. So for me, what have I got to do? I got to make sure I schedule in continual relationship building to do that, and then proactive suggestions. By the way, just reminding you, I can assist you with, like a classic is certain mortgage brokers. I said, look, it's quite apparent to me you've got a pipeline, you're not closing them. I can cover off on
yeah.
that piece. You either kick them in, kick them out, but when they've got a third party like myself coming in,
Yeah, it's a genuine win when
suddenly,
you help them activate
yeah,
their
yeah.
database, and you get a win as well. That
And
makes a
then
lot of
hopefully I get the referral to go and get the property. So it's
yeah.
being a bit selfless. Being totally transactional doesn't work. You've got to give to get.
So a lot of people, well, there would be some people listening, and when you were talking through the numbers earlier, would have gone, "Wow, that's really low volume." But we're talking about property in Sydney, right? What's the average price of a property that you would generally help your client transact?
Oh, look, good question, and that ranges. You could get your first home buyer that's, still 900, a million,
Yeah,
even 600 in certain cases. But then you go up, if you hit the eastern suburbs and things, two and
yeah,
a half million, 3 million, 4 million. I
yeah,
assisted one client at 37 million on an advisory piece. And that, because of the involvement there, he pocketed another 3 million in a matter of days. And you go, wow, that's good ROI. So how long's a bit of string, right? So
yeah. I hear you. And
just working.
with yeah, I was just going to jump in there quickly because with referral partners, do you feel you might be able to hit some of that higher end of the
Oh,
spectrum? You
totally.
think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
because obviously leads from Facebook, they're kind of the bottom end, right? So
Uh,
that's
my long-term mindset very much suits your process, and that is, I don't care if I only get one or two. I've already got I think I said to you, all I want is return my cost to start. I
yeah,
know over the next few years, there's going to be a lot of cream. There'll be dropout leads where it'll be just pure cream.
yeah,
My investment is in that. I reckon within 12 months, I would have had multiples on my cost to you,
yeah.
definite, no doubt. Or like a classic example might be some of the lawyers I'm dealing with. They've got a lot of high net clients.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I do commercial, I do resi, it doesn't matter. I know with a few of them over time, because it's timing, right? Not everyone's ready to go right now,
No.
particularly with the shift in the interest rates. I know some of those will drop down, and some of the high level conversations, really high level, where they've put me through the ringer on due diligence, but I know I've cut the mustard with them. They've told me you're the man. I know that work will come. I'm patient. I don't care. I'm there. If I can help you, game on. I know the ROI will be huge over time. And this is
Yeah.
one thing with social media. Everyone's going, oh, I want that return in my face. I've got to have it now. I've got to have it now. I've built several businesses. I know the game is the long-term game, and I know my cost per lead. When I get that ROI, it won't be about what I paid you, James, or what I'm doing now. I know it's going to come.
Yes.
It'll just
Love
drip through. And for me, that's saturation of leads. Remember, I'm doing this for a long term. I want people who are going to refer maybe one deal, two deals, one a month, I don't care. Some of those could be cream.
Yeah.
So
Um,
but if I'm Johnny on the spot who fulfills their requirement, I have a good relationship where we go and break bread and they go, mate, I'm so glad I know you. You know how, and when it just works,
yeah.
I know I'll be building, and I've got people in place ready to step in for that. But yeah, mine's a longer term game. I don't, sure I get,
Yeah.
and my interview process is all about ROI, but I know sometimes the intangible will be the long
I hear
term.
you. Two more questions. So if someone
No,
was thinking about taking the
ask me all you
plunge,
like.
if someone was thinking about taking the plunge, they're sitting on the fence and they're like, oh, it's a whole lot of money up front. I'm not sure. It's B2B,
Yeah,
it's going
great
to be
question.
slower and all
Great
that sort of
question.
stuff.
Yep.
What would be your words of advice? Because you've obviously seen it from the other side now. Like, what would you say to that person?
Okay. Well, from my point of view, I sat back and watched for years on multiple things. Okay.
Yeah.
Watched, researched, had a crack at doing myself. My only bit of advice would be this: time's money. And
Yeah.
once again, my wife gave me the kick in the backside. She said, why are you mucking around? Just pay a professional. The trick is finding the professional. I found you, but I'm grateful everything rolled out exactly and more to what I thought. The due diligence didn't tell me how good your girls were and your process, James. A real credit to your business, how it's run. I
Thanks.
love it. Okay, so I'm a big advocate,
Yeah.
and the reason is it's so professional. And when you're making a decision sitting on the fence, I've been on that fence. Good luck. Keep doing what you're doing. Definition of insanity. For
Yeah.
me, I'm now ticking off one of those major objectives I had. And I tick it off at a rate of knots. I'm going, wow. Do you know what? It's good for your soul when you've got good momentum.
Yes.
You're getting good leads.
Yeah.
If you're out there doing it and talking to people, your business will grow. There's no doubt. But the ROI, that's one consideration. Just do it. Particularly if you take a mid to long term perspective, it's a no-brainer. But
Mm.
for what I'm doing, this has been an incredibly good approach.
Yeah.
And when I weighted the approach to go with you versus, SEO, Meta,
Yeah.
mate, I gave you the lowest rating, I'll be honest, but I've got the highest regard and the highest ROI already and future ROI with it. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, which was not expected. But that's, you go through university, do all that stuff. The marketing mix is a key thing. I've tried
Yeah.
multiple things. I did not expect this to be as good as what it was.
Yeah. That's music to
Yeah,
my ears.
no,
That we've
it's a hidden gem,
underpromised, over
James.
delivered because it's kind of the opposite of a lot of people in our industry, unfortunately. So,
Hmm.
anything else to anyone, that any words of
Uh,
advice?
yeah, I mean, I'm always praising the girls, and I believe in doing. I don't do that a lot, but I
Yeah.
do where it's due. Those girls just keep giving. I'm so impressed with them. But that time zone thing has just been, wow, such a dynamic for me. Um,
Yeah.
the way the girls adjust is awesome. Like, not weeks winding up. They're adjusting, shifting scripts. I'm approving. We're into different things. For example, going from, say, mortgage brokers into lawyers, different segments of
Yeah.
law. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give away
Ah,
some of
that's
the
fine.
advantage. And I've got another couple of approaches I want to hit there. They've been a hidden gem as well, but they're personalizing their business. Some aren't all about the money. They're looking for solutions for their clients. That's where I can be a good fit. That was not known to me, but adapting, listening to the feedback, listening to the market, and then being prepared to change, it's been critical. Um, the way yeah, your team's awesome. So number one, just to recap without
Yeah.
going on, one, if someone's on the fence, this has got to be part of your marketing mix. It has to be.
Yeah.
If you're serious, it's got to be there. Just think about how, who, what, where, and when,
Yeah.
and really define your proposition, which all girls are great at doing. People will do it, but I put a lot of extra work in. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I did that. That was a great investment. Third thing is the ROI. It's not about something in your face. Get rid of the social attitude of, oh, I've got to have an instant response, instant feedback
Mm.
now. My approach, and this suited me, was to, sure, short term is sweet. Goal one, I wanted one deal to pay for it because I know the presence and the awareness is huge anyway, the branding, like you said. The third part is it's strategically, it was a mid to long term approach. I wanted to build a pipeline of people that were good referrers, people I got on well, my people, my tribe, where they would not give me every job, but the good jobs that would come
Yes.
in. And that would be a long-term thing where we're mutualistic, solving each other's problems, but we're
Yeah.
both making good money. See, I know I've got a high closure rate in what I do. For them, if they're a mortgage broker, they're writing loans, they know they're going to get that loan set.
Yeah.
So there's that confidence in each other. But long term, it's that funnel. I'm filling that funnel. I only need one, two, three,
Yeah.
four. Anything's a bonus now.
Love
You know,
that. It's all cream on top. Hey,
and here's a big point of difference to that, which you'd appreciate because I know the girls told me you've spent a lot of time in that space.
mm,
B2C, it's a lottery dip who you're going to get in. Then you'll interview them, you waste time, opportunity cost on that.
yes.
Then you're going, I can't help this person. I'll try. This is time, 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 time. With what we're doing here, regardless, if I'm into an appointment, there's a caliber of that meeting, regardless where I've got a good contact. I've awoken someone who's a
Yeah.
direct fit to what I'm doing. That's a big tick. The second part is if I go to referral or I start nurturing where I'm going to go to referral, and you've got to warm some people up.
Yeah.
Um, That's gold. Like, then if you go into, say, podcasting, doing joint virtual webinars, things like that, that's an engagement and an immersion. The next part is and I say to them straight up, perhaps one way I could work is, all right, you've got a database, I've got a database. Let's work them together, low cost.
Yeah,
Some
absolutely.
people have got 2,000, 3,000. How many of those are active? Oh, I'd say probably 1,200. That's gold. If you got
Yeah, yeah.
1,200 Facebook leads,
And they've already
you
got a
would.
relationship with that accountant. He's passing that relationship on to you, so the trust level
So
is
trust level's
built in and
high,
all the rest.
conversion rate,
Yeah,
even if you're following the Facebook method, you're still going to, if you can have 20% of those there close 5 to 10, great. But I can tell you now, you get in a room with people in a trusted
yeah,
environment, your closing rate's a lot higher.
yeah,
So you become a very good facilitator, that's why I laughed at TPD enablement brochure. It
yeah,
is an enabling process. It's very apt
yeah,
description because you're playing a long game. It's not about quick hit and run. No,
yeah.
it's a very good process, and it's surpassed anything I thought.
Thank you so much, Gary, for the kind words. Really
No, thank
love
you.
working with you.
You've got
We've
a
got a bit
lovely
to run
team.
yet, and
Very impressed.
we'll keep going. But hang back. I want to have
Yeah,
a quick chat with you. But thank you again
and
for
I'm happy
all
to
that.
talk anytime. So that's fine. Thank you. Thanks,
Legend.
James.
Thank
All the
you.
best, mate.
Bye.